Okay, so I am very excited because I got, let's see, two hands. This is a little trickier. I got this microphone. You see it? I saw a lot of people for a long time having these kind of microphones, and I think that the idea is that this gray poof ball helps with wind and background sounds. And I always like to make these videos when I'm taking my walks, and there's a lot of wind sometimes, and there's cars sometimes, and it takes me usually like a long time to come up with solutions to different little logistical kind of things like this. And I have ordered like so many different things that I've had, like microphones and Bluetooth and headphones and things to try to help with this, but the coordination of it all, like I've returned like 5 things. I couldn't figure it out. This doesn't connect to this records this but doesn't record this. And then I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna figure out what these people have with these things. And I'm so curious to listen to it. It's not windy today, so it's not like the greatest time to first try it, but I'm so curious to see what happens with this. I wonder what it would be like. It does have a clippy thing. Let's see. I just put it on my shirt. So, try that. I saw people like holding them on spatulas and things, and my mom gave me this thing, and I don't know what it's for, but it says on it, scrappa. Scraper, but the first one is scrappa, which is what I want to call it. It's a scraper. Anyways, so I thought I could clip it to that because I haven't known what else to do with it. I could itch myself. So anyways, I'm excited to be trying this. So let's see what happens. This does not have a Bluetooth aspect. It has like a thing to plug into my phone. So I'm hoping that makes it better. So I'm out here in the backyard. This is the time of year when there are not a million bugs, but it's not too freezing to be out here. So I'm very grateful for that. And I just went to a really nice training on autism in polyvagal terms. And I was really, really delighted. I know I say this often, but I'm very happy to be associated with Unyte, which is the parent company of the Safe and Sound protocol and the Rest and Restore protocol, which I use in my sessions to support people with nervous system and social engagement, and increasing social engagement, decreasing anxiety, increasing flexibility of the nervous system. And these tools were originally developed with research. They were initially researched with autistic people, and so it's very, very supportive for autistic people and everybody else too. But it's nice that their research kind of started there because it's particularly supportive. And it was just so wonderful, and just again reinforcing that I really do like Unyte, and I'm glad to be associated with them because they were really person-centered, and when they talked about working with autistic kids, really child-led, which I love, not a, very much opposite of most ABA approaches. And they were really talking about that, we want to support the dog in the neighborhood who doesn't like it when I'm in the backyard. But, really support what the person is communicating, not what you think is something that needs to change, but like ask them what they're wanting support with, which I really love and align with. And the person who was the like expert that they invited to talk on autism was an autistic person who's also trained in polyvagal theory and works as a social worker and uses neural exercises to support people in increasing flexibility and social connectedness. And it was just a really nice, pleasant, I think 5 years ago I felt pretty like despairing about the state of the therapeutic world in terms of supporting autistic kids, and I felt like I was never going to be able to work with kids because there was such a strong bias for like this behaviorist like change their behaviors, make them more neurotypical, that I couldn't line up with. And after this workshop, I feel like maybe I could work with kids again. Maybe I could find some families who were willing to go from that angle. There were so many families that really wanted to change or fix their kids, and I couldn't do that because it just didn't feel right for me. And so I'm really happy, just grateful, and grateful for the more I hear about polyvagal theory, it's like I understand another little piece of it. So I really like the simplicity that I now feel around the vagus the vagus nerve is the dorsal activator. It slows down the sympathetic response like a brake on a car. And the sympathetic is like the gas pedal on the car. So the sympathetic says, freak out, and the dorsal says, it's okay. And that a regulated nervous system is actually one that goes back and forth between the two according to what life brings. And I know many of you are connected with Jessa Reed, and I really like the phrase she uses about meeting the moment. And a lot of people think, like, they interpret or put on top of that, like, meeting the moment means to be calm in all moments. And I feel like, in my understanding of it, it's more about meeting the moment with honesty, and that's what the body gives you. You may not think it cognitively makes sense to feel scared about something or angry about something, but if your body is feeling that, then that's what we support. A lot of us, my DBT teacher always says, don't shit all over yourself, which I love. And a lot of us just like shit all over ourselves and all over other people, and especially kids. Like, you should be calm. You should be able to go to a busy grocery store. You should be able to do your work and not complain. You should be able to put down your phone and not spend all day on Instagram. Okay, maybe you think that, but like, the fact that you're not doing those things means you can't. And I for one think looking at what is with total radical acceptance, like I learned in DBT, of like, whatever I'm doing is benefiting me somehow. My body thinks so, or I wouldn't be doing it. And if I can start from there instead of starting from I shouldn't be doing it or I should be doing something else, then it's gonna be a lot more effective. Like, there's another teacher who I really love called Melanie Tonia Evans, and she gave a great analogy of if you're a car stuck in some mud, then if you're like, I should be driving right now, and you just keep pressing on the gas, what is going to happen? You are going to get more stuck, okay? So if you are wanting to actually go to this supposed place that you should be at, the best thing is to get out of the car and look at what's happening. What is happening? You're in the mud. And to notice, okay, I'm in the mud. That is the most effective way to change a situation, and even to invite yourself to ask, like, do I really need to get out of the mud? And the first place to start there is to notice that you're in the mud, right? So I just really love that idea that, like, wherever we are, that is what's happening. If you wish you were a person who just like could be super assertive in all situations, but you're not right now, that's great. You can grow towards that. But to expect yourself to be at that right now is a cruelty, in my opinion. It's like saying to a kid who's like, I want to be a championship soccer player, and you take them to their first soccer practice, and they try to kick the ball and they just like slip and they don't kick it. That's like being like, you should be a national championship, like you can't, what are you doing? It's like, yeah, they're gonna work towards it. If there's something that you'd like that's different than what you have, you're gonna work towards that. But don't be cruel to yourself about expecting yourself to already be there, because just, we all know that's not gonna help you, okay? And I heard another really great phrase recently, and it was, this person said that um, had they had been involved in yoga to try to support their anxiety, and then they just started Zen masking, which I thought was just the greatest phrase. Zen masking. It happens in so much in the spiritual community, and it's like, that's why I like spending time with children or people in despair, because they're honest. They don't Zen mask. People Zen masks, people success mask, people manifesting mask. I'm doing great, everything's wonderful. It's like, no, you're not. I know you're not. It feels like really gaslighting to be around people like that, because it's like, I know that you're a human like me, and that is hard. And then people say it shouldn't be hard, and I'm like, let's look around. What's happening? It's hard for people. So if it shouldn't be hard, then how come we're all having a hard time? Not all. I mean, maybe there's somebody who's not, but I don't buy it. Anyways, I loved that webinar. I love that I'm connected to Unyte. I love that I'm getting to do this work. It made me feel a little spark of hope that like someday I could have a little office with like just like all sorts of rainbow toys and rugs and pillows and bean bags, chairs and art supplies, and we could just support a kiddo without trying to change them. If there's anyone who has a kiddo and they want to do that with me, I think that'd be so fun. So that's fun to think about. I do have this big yard now. Maybe someday I can build a little chapel for sweetness. Okay, love you, love you.